Hello and welcome back. We are in video number 3 of our Tupperware portal training. So for this video, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. We left off when we were talking about the community, and for this video, we're going to be talking about my sales. All right, so here you can see where you can place orders, add new recruits, your personal summary, your commissions, and of course your team. So as always, we're gonna start at the beginning, and the easiest way to do this one is to literally click on the My Sales section, because that's going to give us all of those options. It's gonna start us right from the beginning. We just gotta get it to click. All right, it's not gonna click that way. On my phone, it clicks that way. It turns out on the actual computer, it's not gonna click that way. So we're gonna go ahead and click on place order and start there. All right, we'll wait for that to come up. And you can see here on the top, it actually opens up the My Sales section in a different window. And that is a great thing, because that means that you can toggle back and forth between your Tupperware Pro, where you have all of your training tools, and the My Sales separately, okay? And I just clicked on home, so it would go back to something that you're familiar with. And we're gonna go back to, there's the home page, and we're just gonna toggle over, and then here we have the My Sales section. So we're going to briefly go over this. I'm not actually going to show you how to enter an order today. That's a whole different training video. But I do want to just briefly show you some of the things that are here, because there are a lot of things here. So first off, you have party history, and that's what this is, okay? So the title is up here in this top corner, and that is your party history page. If you're ever struggling on a page and you're not really sure what's happening, you need some assistance, you're calling your upline, you're calling customer care, it's very helpful to tell them what page you're on. And so here you can see the title of this one is party history page, and on other pages you're going to see the title is over here in those nice big letters. When you are starting a party, you're just going to click on start new party, and you can do 4 different kinds of party. We have party, non-party, fundraiser, and sales aids order. So let's start at the bottom, and that's our sales aids order. So sales aids order is basically when you realize, oh my gosh, I am out of catalogs, or I'm out of sales flyer, you know, your paperwork that you need, maybe some citrus peelers, right? Whatever it is that you need, it's those sales aids, and you are in a rush to get them. You can pay your standard shipping plus an additional $4.50 to have that expedited. So what that's going to do is that's going to take it from its place in line and move it to the front of the line after everybody else who has their sales aids orders in, okay? So who's paid that extra shipping. So it's gonna bump you up in the line and get it to you a little bit faster. You're still looking at probably at least 3 to 5 days for that to come in, because it does take time to pack, and of course it takes time to ship, but that's a lot faster than your 9 to 21 day average, all right? Fundraiser. Your fundraiser orders are for the fundraiser catalog specifically. You can't order out of the main line, and you can't order out of the sales flyer under this category. This is only for when you're placing a fundraiser order utilizing that fundraiser flyer. Your non-party is when you're just placing random order and it's not attached to any party at all. Some coupons have to be submitted through a non-party by itself, or if you're doing like let's say one person just has some warranty and you're just putting in some warranty, it's not attached to a party, then that's when you would use that non-party. And most important of all, you're going to use that non-party when you're ordering your samples, okay? All sample item numbers start with the number 5, okay? The item number starts with the number 5. And when you order your samples, as long as there is nothing on that sample order, then item numbers that start with the number 5, then they're going to minimize your shipping and give you a great little discount, and you're going to max out your shipping at $8. So anytime you order samples, I always recommend that you do order those separate as a non-party. And again, those are item numbers that start with the number 5. All right. Last but not least, of course, we have our parties. Those are the meat and potatoes of our business, and that's where you're going to be doing most of your ordering is through that party. And so whenever you have a party and you have a hostess, you're going to submit your sales there. You can have your own party and be your own hostess. That's totally fine. But you just want to make sure that you do submit through a party so that they get those host benefits. That's the only way those host rewards are going to come up. And you do have to make sure that you submit their host rewards at the same time that you submit the party and the payment. So all of it goes in as one big happy family under the same thing. So that's all we're going to do with the ordering process today. We'll do another video later kind of talking about how to actually enter those orders. But for today, we're just kind of going over the website and how it all works. All right, next up we have our Salesforce tab. You can see a ton of information here. Register new consultant, this is where you're gonna go to actually register a new consultant. So when you have somebody that says yes to our Tupperware opportunity, this is where you're gonna go to put them in the system. Recruit leads, we're gonna go ahead and click on that one. And of course, it's gonna take just a minute for that to come up. I wonder if I fix some of this, if we can make it go a little faster. We'll give it a try, huh? There we go. All right, so right here, this is when somebody goes onto your Tupperware webpage, okay? So when you have the Plus account or higher, and they enter their information and mark that they're interested in the Tupperware opportunity, then this is where all that information goes so that you can contact them back. So this is a great place to look, and you can click on the little history button and it'll expand out to give you additional information. And you can also follow up with these people, and you can mark that you have contacted them and add notes there as well. Okay, so that's just one more resource that we have. And you can change your password for the My Sales section right here. If you move and you need to change your address, you can add that here. Shopping spree, currently we don't have any shopping sprees going on, but this is just an area where you'd be able to track your progress to see how far along you are on that shopping spree. You can see here we had one in 2004, one in 2005, and one in 2008. So this one hasn't been used for a while, but Tupperware always likes to leave it on there because who knows when they're going to want to enter or offer another shopping spree. I know I like them, so I'm all for it being there. Party lineups. This is super duper important. So let me just stress this to you and explain why. So hopefully this page will come up so you can see what we're looking at. All right, so your party lineups is how Tupperware can determine how much product to make. So under this category, for me, it has my entire downline, so I can check and see how many parties everybody has and help follow up with them. But when you do it, it'll only have you and your downline. And you can enter in whatever parties you have up right on here. So let's find my name and we can update mine. So like for me, let's see, I have one party this week, and then I actually have one party next week, so I'm going to go ahead and add that. I have another party the following week, and then I have 2 parties the week after that. Now, I'm a big believer in keeping all my parties in close, so I do only have parties through the next 4 weeks, this week plus 3 more weeks, but then starting next week, I'll then book into the following week. But there's 6 weeks here that you can add your parties lineups to. And what that does is that tells Tupperware how much product to make. And it's so important that we make sure that we update this, because if Tupperware doesn't know how many parties we have coming up, they don't know how much product they're going to need, which means we could end up in back order situations. And then all of a sudden our customers aren't happy with us because their product didn't come in time. So very important that not only you, but also anyone that you recruit, you make sure that they're always updating their party lineup, because it makes a huge, huge impact on what we have going on. All right. Once you've done that and you've updated, you're going to go down here to the bottom and you're just going to click on update, and that's going to send that off to Tupperware and say, hey, we have a couple more parties that have been added for the month of February. Okay. They do that on a week-to-week basis, because every week we have different things available. Maybe there's a special sheet out that week, or maybe we have a flyer that is, or a special product that's only available for that week. So it's really great that those are in there. Okay. All right. So back to our tab, events and trips. this is where you're going to have the opportunity to register for Jubilee. And Jubilee is our national convention in Orlando, Florida, August 3rd through the 5th, I believe is what it is this year. We like to go down a couple of days early, and we go to the beach and we have a really great time. We spend some quality time together as a team, and then we come back the Sunday after Jubilee. All right. So once you qualify, you can see here it has the Jubilee qualifications listed here, which you need $1,500 in personal sales, which is just 3 average parties, and 1 personal registered recruit. Once you do that, you qualify to register. So then you would click register. And we're going to wait. And then right here, it's going to tell you that whatever you qualify to register for. So whatever events you qualify to register for. So here you can see I qualified for Jubilee 2017. I actually registered on August 7th to attend, and I paid in full at the time. So it shows my status as registered. If you are going to bring a guest with you, like let's say your husband's going to come with you and you're going to make it kind of a mini vacation, then you'll need to register him at the same time that you register yourself. Okay, those have to be done together. And then it'll also show your guest registration there. Now, as we get a little bit closer to Jubilee, you're going to see the tour information will appear here, and then you'll have to register separate for your tour, which we'll announce all that as we get closer, so no stress. But Jubilee is an amazing event. You learn so much. You network so much. And of course, we get to have a good time along the way. So if you in any way, shape, or form are able to attend Jubilee, brand new consultants get to register for, I believe it's $150 for the registration. And then established consultants get to register for just $220. And we do get product that equals the value of what your registration is. We'll be staying at the Gaylord Palms Resort this year, which is absolutely a beautiful resort. And we do get a discounted rate for that hotel as well. So if you have any questions, please by all means, let me know. Come talk to me. I would love to give you some more information and to help make sure that that's the right decision for you. Next up, we have program enrollment. So for me, this screen's going to look a little bit different for me than it will for you because as a director, we have different programs that we can enroll in. So for example, here you're going to see that I can enroll in either the WOW Growth Program or the WOW Running Start Program, should I choose to. And then you guys actually have the ability to register for our DIQ program, which is our director in qualification. And if you are thinking even for a moment that becoming a director in this company and working toward having a financial freedom in your household, not living paycheck to paycheck, having a team where you can help people grow and become amazing men and women, help them change not only their lives, but their families' lives. If you want to make an income that will sustain you and not have to work multiple jobs, then director is an amazing place to go. And I highly encourage you to come and talk to me so that I can tell you more information and details about how you actually get there. And most important, click that DIQ button, because if you make the qualifications, then you want to make sure that that first month counts towards your DIQ. So go ahead and hit that button and say, yes, this is what I want and this is what I'm going to work toward. And you and I will work hand in hand and get you where you want to be. We'll make a plan and put it into action. All right? All right, last but not least, we do have our SMS subscription, and this is where you can get text message alerts when new things are posted through Tupperware. So when our Saturday news flyer comes out, then you'll have that come via your text messaging. And if any other special alerts are available, then those will come through that as well. All right? All right, next up we have report. So this is your personal report, and you can click on summary here. This is another way to get to that party lineup, but this is going to be your own personal party lineup. I like this page because it really lays out all your information for you. So it has your name, it has your member ID number, it has your current title. It has your upline director's information, your recruiter's information. It also has your personal sales for the month so far, the number of personal recruits you have for the month so far, and then here is where you're gonna see that party lineup on an individual basis, so this is just yours. You can update it as need be, and then just click the update button, all right? Then once you click next from this page, This is just saying, hey, make sure you've updated your party lineup. Remember, that's so important. That's why they have that extra step there. And if you're sure that your party lineup's updated, then go ahead and click next. And then right here, we're back at the party history page. So it makes it super duper simple. Next up, we have reports, and you can go down to team, and here, this is going to give you anybody who's under you. So let's say you signed up your best friend, then she's going to show up on your team summary page or your unit. Yours might say unit, so it would be your unit summary page. And this literally is just telling you what the state of your unit is. What are your sales, and what are the sales and recruiting of each of the people that are on your team, okay? So it just gives you all of that information right there. Other things that are under here, we're not going to go through all of these because some of them you just don't need. Some of these are director only screens, so you're not going to see them anyway. But the Confident Start Program summary page is a super important one that you're going to absolutely love. And this really talks about that first 13 weeks. Now, yours is only going to have yours. It won't have the team, all right? But it shows you where you're at, okay? So it shows you what your recruit date is. It shows you what your program start date was, and it shows you what your program end date is. It says how much sales do you need, how much sales do you currently have toward your program, what is your current level in the program, and how many sales do you need to get to the next level of the program. So a ton of really great information there for you. And then I think the Connie Award is going to be the next one that you see. All right, so you have your Connie tracker. So the Connie Award is a great way to earn recognition. When you have $1,500 in personal sales for the month, not only are you going to get a 5% personal sales volume bonus, but you're also going to get a bronze star, which is a pin that you can either wear on your lapel or it goes in your Connie trophy. At $2,500, you're going to get a silver star. At $3,500, you get a gold star. And at $4,500, you're going to get a platinum star. At Jubilee, you do get recognized if you have all 12 months at any one of the levels. Then you're going to get a ribbon that will show that level. And if you end up with all platinum, which is absolutely fantastic, I did it 2 years in a row, and you actually get to be a live Connie on stage at Jubilee, which is very exciting. And so this just shows you what your progress is. When you have 3 stars in a row, so 3 months that you've gotten a star, then you do earn the ring itself, and the ring is a beautiful black, and it really gives you that showcase of those stars. We also have the Brownie Award, and the Brownie Award is an award for recruiting. So these are people that you have brought into the business who have who you've recruited and who have also submitted sales and qualified. So when they have their first $1,000 in sales in their first 60 days, so when they get their kit paid off, then they're going to qualify for you as a Brownie Award recipient. So and then each region selects one person to be the Brownie Award winner for the year. So here you can keep track of where everybody is and help them and help motivate them to get to that $1,000 mark. All right, it does show you their recruit date and then when they have to have that last little bit of sales in to qualify for that Brownie Award. All right. One reason I really like this program is because it really helps emphasize helping those new consultants to get off to a great start. When they get through that first $1,000 in sales, it really is going to make sure that they are off and running and they have every opportunity in this business. Next up, we have earnings and, oops, I hit the wrong one. I'm gonna have to wait. I went to commission summary, so I'll go ahead and show you this one first because I accidentally hit it. But this is just going to show you what your commissions were for your bonus levels, okay? So you can see here, if you hit your personal sales volume bonus, then it shows you get an additional 5% and what that is. If you have your e-commerce pool, so that's going to be your website, it shows you your commission from your website. And then Profit Plus is a way that you earn extra income by being in our leadership, whether you're manager, star manager, or above, then you can get Profit Plus, which is shown there. So this is going to be your total commissions that are not based on your parties themselves, right? Because the parties themselves, you make that commission right away. You only pay Tupperware 75% of the party total plus the shipping and the sales tax, and you keep and maintain your 25% commission right away. So this commission summary is only telling you what your commissions are from royalties, from personal sales volume bonus, and from people ordering off of your website. Okay, so that's what this is. And as you become a manager in the company, then you do also pay the $2 fee for the business insurance. And so that's what that is. Okay, and you can go back and view whatever months you want to view on that. So let's go back to the earnings estimator, because I really, really love the earnings estimator. It's super fun to play with and really gives you an idea of what you want and where you want to go in the company. Okay, so so here's what the earnings estimator looks like, and you can change everything on here. So let's see, if my personal retail sales, so let's say I change, I'm going to estimate that I'm going to hit $4,500 in sales this month, okay? Because I'm going to hit that platinum star this month. So I'm going to adjust that number, and that's the only number I'm going to adjust. I'm not going to change anything else. Let's pretend everything else stayed the same. Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to say compute, and it's going to update, and it's going to adjust how much my income is. All right, so you can see if I adjust my personal retail sales, all of a sudden I get a bonus check of over $1,000 in sales, or not sales, $1,000 in commission. So that's cash in my pocket. All right. So let's say my team is going to do fantastic, and they're going to have a $25,000 month, right? I'm a director. They're going to have a $25,000 month, right? I'm going to compute it. And now all of a sudden my commission, not my commission, my bonus money is going to go up, right? So you can play with this and adjust this. Remember, these numbers are a lot higher than what you're going to get on yours because I'm a director, and that reflects the director level. But you'll see that yours says consultant or manager or whatever level you're at right here. And then you can adjust these numbers to then reflect whatever your potential income could be. Play with this and see where you can go. What are you currently making, right? So right now I got diddly squat, okay? And what is the potential? What can I actually get? What do I need to do? How much do I need to sell to be able to pay that electric bill? Or how much do I need to sell this month? Or how much does my team need to sell this month to be able to do all my grocery shopping, or to eat out for 3 nights a week this month? Whatever it is that I want to do, maybe we want to go to the water park, maybe we want to go to Disney, right? And I want to set aside an extra $1,000 a month or an extra $500 a month. What do I need to do sales-wise to make that happen just in the bonus check, not in my regular commissions? Okay, super fun to play with. All right. And then your tax information, year-end tax information is going to be listed right here on the bottom as well. And you can just click on that and print that off for your taxes. Okay, that's where you're going to find your 1099. You can also search for a party. So if you've had a party in the past and you want to go back and try to find it, then you can use these search features. We also have our resources. The what's hot is a hold on, we'll let it come up here and I'll show you. So this is kind of like the shabam. Here is what's going on with whatever product alerts we have, right? So in early December, we offered a replacement of the silicone baking sheet for the silicone Wonder Mat due to low inventory, and your customers really loved it. So we are also depleted of the replacement product. We are happy to announce that the Silicone Wonder Mat number 727, featured on page 20 of the winter and spring catalog, is now reopened for ordering. So that's super exciting. We've been waiting for that to happen. I'm actually going to copy that and I'm going to paste that into our Tupperware group page because we have all been waiting on that. So that's super awesome. So here you can go through though, and you can see. So if you're wanting to stay on top of things, or if you're having trouble getting an order in, it might be that there's a product alert that you need to look at. Okay. Also under resources, you're going to find things like product alerts. You're going to find your coupons. So when you earn free stuff from Tupperware, it's going to have a spot for your coupons, things that you've earned. So you can actually click here and it's going to open up that coupon page. And it's going to come up and it shows right now that I have no unused coupons, and it also shows all the coupons that I've redeemed. And so, you know, I see here I've got one that's pending, which means it hasn't actually shipped to me yet, and then all the ones that have submitted and shipped to me. Okay, so that's all the free stuff that I've gotten this year, which is always super fun. I love the free stuff. All right, so if you're ever curious, if you want to know the status, this is where you can go to get the status of any upcoming coupons. All right, and we also have the Tupperware card information is here if you want to use the Tupperware card. There's more information on that in the NCO videos. And then the shipping schedule, if there's anything wonky with shipping, you're going to see that there. You can go back to the My.Tupperware portal by clicking here. And then, of course, we have our Party Plus information here. So just a ton of information under resources that you can utilize. In general, the My Sales is where you're going to spend a lot of your time. This is where most of what we need is. This is where you're going to place your orders, and really this is where you're going to spend most of your time. So I do a lot through the personal summary page and through my team page. So that is all that I have for this video. I know it's a ton of information. I know I went really fast. Feel free to go back through and rewatch this video as many times as you need to grasp the concepts and to grasp the information. But, you know, just get acquainted with it, play with it, look at what's there, and have a great time with it. Remember, please, please, please remember, my screens are director screens. And so I have more information available than you guys do as consultants and managers. But I know each and every one of you are working toward moving up in the company, which means your screens will soon look just like mine, and you'll be making the kind of money that I make, because why wouldn't you? You know, it's so much easier to work your own schedule, to have your own choices in what you want to do. You know, I get to be the at-home mom. I get to be the swim mom. I get to be the track mom and the football mom, and I get to be the wife that stays home. And, well, I don't really clean house very well, but I do get to stay home, and I get to cook meals, and I get to be here when my husband's home. So I get to choose. I get to choose what I want to do and when I want to do it, and I still make a better income than a lot of people who have full-time jobs, working hours that I want to work, working at an income level that I want to work. If I need to take extra time off for my family and I'm okay with making a little less money, I can choose to do that. And if I really want to shoot for a goal and I want to make more money, all I have to do is book more parties, work my business, and it's there. I make the choice. If I want to raise, I give it to myself. So becoming a director in this company is absolutely fantastic, and I highly encourage each and every one of you to explore that as an option. See if it's something that fits for you, if it's something you want to work toward, and when you're ready, talk to me, because I know that we can make a plan to get you there. All right? Okay, so that is all that I have for this video. I hope you guys have learned something new in this video, and don't forget to like below, subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you always have the most updated information and training, especially for you. All right? Bye, guys.